Hi, I'm Rocco and welcome to StoryMakers. My guest today is Mychal Threets, PBS Resident Librarian and all-around superstar. Welcome, Mychal.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here today.
What is your favorite thing to do as PBS Resident Librarian?
That's a great question. One of my favorite things being PBS's resident librarian is really just being able to talk about books, talk about stories, talk about libraries, and focus on some of my favorite characters like Daniel Tiger, like Carl the Collector, like Lila in the Loop, but also paying homage to other PBS legends like Mr. Rogers, LeVar Burton, The Big Comfy Couch, Wishbone, and so many other characters. Just being able to convince other kids, other people, that PBS is for everybody, a chance for all of us to learn, to love, and to love learning and literacy.
Those are excellent programs. By the way, have you ever met Daniel Tiger?
You know what? I first met Daniel Tiger through Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood with Mr. Rogers and our good friends like King Friday. So I've never been able to see Daniel Tiger face to face quite yet, but I'm hoping to one day. I do consider Daniel Tiger to be a friend through PBS.
Did you always want to be a librarian when you grew up?
I love this question. You know what? I've always loved libraries and books and stories since I was a kid, but I wanted to be in the military when I was a kid. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a firefighter. And for a little bit, I even wanted to be the president of the United States of America. I've always loved sports, so I always wanted to play basketball, but I'm just a little bit too short for basketball. So years later, I kind of stumbled into the library. So I've always loved the library as a kid, but it wasn't the thing that I always wanted to do, but I'm glad I get to do it now.
Librarians are well known for sharing book recommendations and helping you learn your way around the library. Libraries can be a home away from home, right?
They absolutely can. Libraries are what's called a third space, away from your home, away from your school. If you're a grown-up, away from work. It's a place to just come and be. It's surrounded by stories, but it's so much more. There's something for everybody at the local library.
When you were growing up, you must have had some favorite books.
I loved every single book. I was that kid who was trying to read the entire children's section of the library, but many of my favorite books are now tattooed on me, like Where the Wild Things Are. I have some Richard Scarry tattoos like Lily Worm and the Apple Car. I have Grover tattooed from the monster at the end of this book. I have all sorts, but I also really love anything written by Beverly Cleary, Ramon and Beezus. I love Junie B. Jones. I loved Amelia Bedelia. I love Chronicles of Narnia, Bud Not Buddy by Christopher Paul Curtis. Books by Matt Christopher, all about playing basketball again. Holes by Lewis Ackers. Sideways Stories from Wayside School. I loved every single book in that library that was meant for kids to read, and I devoured every single one of them.
You travel across the country sharing your love of libraries.
When I was younger, I had only ever gone to Hawaii and Washington, D.C., and now I've been to Texas multiple times. I've been to New York multiple times, Arizona, Ohio, Washington State. Soon I'm going to be going to Oregon and Michigan.
If viewers would like you to visit their state, how would they get in touch?
If library kids, if library grown-ups wanted me to come to their local library in their state, my email is all over social media. It's just librarianmychal@gmail.com. The funny way I spell Mychal, M-Y-C-H-A-L, librarianmychal@gmail.com. Or you can contact my friends at the Author Village, or just let me know on social media, and I will hopefully see your comment one day, and maybe I can find a way to make it down to your local library and bother you all about library joy and belonging.
You know, we have two things in common. We are both librarians, and we both have dramatic hair. Well, once I did have dramatic hair. There are many books about characters with fantastic hair.
There are so many different picture books and all sorts of books with different characters of all sorts of hair, of frizzy curly hair like mine, of no hair, of orange hair, of pink hair, of rainbow hair. The options are endless and limitless. Rocco, if we were illustrators, what kind of amazing hair would we create?
Great question. I need my artist beret.
And I'll need my favorite drawing pin.
Great, we're ready, let's draw. I have some paper, and I have a Sharpie here, and I am going to draw a very simple round face. And I'll put some eyes and nose, which are very easy because it's just a circle with 3 circles in it.
Rocco, that's a great start. I'm going to draw a big giant circle.
I am going to draw a 4th circle.
As well, I'm going to draw a couple more circles for the eyes and probably even throw in a smile for the face.
And now we're going to draw dramatic hair.
Oh, and of course we got to throw in some amazing hair to make it complete.
Here it is. It is someone with lots of pony and pigtails.
Oh my goodness, their hair looks so amazing. And here's my character with all the frizzy green hair all over the place in coils, making them smile even more.
Awesome. That is terrific. Viewers, I wore a beret, but you don't need one. What would the hair of your picture book character look like? Share your drawings with us, and we'll add them to the official KidLit TV Fan Art Gallery. Thank you so much for being our guest today.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such a fun time talking about books and libraries and also drawing some really cool hair with you, Rocco.
Remember, until next time, read a book in any format.